Steve Forbes has a message for the incoming president. Make them big, make them bold. Here to respond is Grover Norquist, Americans for Tax Reform president. Grover, first of all, I got to ask you about what Jack Lew just said. He said, you know, Republicans weren't interested in any kind. Simpson Bowles in 2010, that was 6 years ago, came out with essentially a tax-cutting plan. Get rid of the deductions, get rid of the loopholes, lower the rates. And President Obama did nothing with regard to that commission, did he?
That is true, but also the president has always insisted that any tax reform that he would sign had to include at least $1.4 trillion net tax increase. You can't raise taxes on the American people $1.4 trillion and have it be pro-growth.
Right.
He kept telling the business community he was for reducing the rates, but he was holding that hostage for a massive tax increase. That's why nothing happened. The Republicans were not going to raise taxes to make Obama happy.
Well, now the question, Grover, is whether or not Donald Trump, once he becomes president, will initiate tax reform quickly enough so that he gets something solid in place. Hopefully before April. People like Steve Forbes are beginning to get a little worried. They're noticing some hesitation on the part of some Republicans to give big, bold tax cuts right in the beginning of the administration. Are you worried?
No, I'm not. When you talk to both the Trump people and the House of Representatives leadership, the Ways and Means folks, Congressman Brady, chairman of Ways and Means, in the next 100 days, we are going to do 2 tax cuts. One, abolish the 18 tax increases in Obamacare. Getting rid of Obamacare is about $1 trillion tax cut and a $1.3 trillion spending reduction. Put that to the side. That's the appetizer, the starter. Then we come to the main course. It is a significant tax cut. I think that Steve Forbes, who's a great advocate for pro-growth tax policy, will be very happy. They're going to take that corporate rate from 35 to 20, maybe not 15, but at least to 20.
But hold on 1 second, Grover, because one thing that Steve Forbes warns against is just having the corporate tax cut first without simultaneously having individual cuts, because that way the Democrats will say, see, we knew you guys were all for the corporations. You don't care about the little guy.
This will all be in the same package inside reconciliation. It'll include the individual rate reductions and going to a territorial tax system. It will be quote-unquote revenue neutral because we reduced the baseline $600 billion by making the extenders permanent, and with dynamic scoring, which they're insisting on now, the Republicans are insisting on using it, you're looking at about a $2 trillion tax cut static, revenue neutral when you understand the growth from it.
Grover, I got to ask, are you a part of putting any of this together?
I am certainly an enthusiastic supporter and chatting with all the nice people who are working on it.
All right. We'll see if your plan comes true. Thank you very much, Grover Norquist. Great to talk to you. Appreciate it.
Okay.